Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you've had a good week and all that jazz. Thanks for tuning into the Unsigned Showcase. Today we've got an exclusive submission to do from someone who I know very well because I've been doing jobs for him on Fiverr for the last couple of years, and he's got a lot of different stuff out. It's a one-man band but does work with other people and things like that, doing some brutal death with some kind of gore grind elements to it and just really heavy kind of deathing out stuff. I'm going to get this on the screen. This is their Bandcamp page, and as you can see, they've got a whole bunch of releases out already. We're going to check out Serrated Caress, I believe, and Decrepitation of a Warped Stigma, and also one off I Am Origin. But I've actually done some mixing for this guy on Fiverr. We're not going to check it out today, but we will check it out at some point in the future. I mixed the whole of the Rotten Galaxy there for him, which was great, and also Sixth Ranger, which was the first one I did for him on Fiverr, which was really cool. And the reason we're talking about this today, and he's back on the show again today, is because he's got another album in the works who's got me to mix and mastering for him. We've only done one track so far. I'm just going to play a couple of seconds of that track because it sounds super great. Here we go. It's super heavy. I've dialed up the amps and everything, the bass and so much in this one to really make it super heavy, chunky, but biting on the ears. All the things that I talk about on the Monday grind, I'm trying to bring through in this mix. But what's so cool about the tracks as well, at least this one track so far, is he's been listening to Mr. Bungle. And when you listen to Mr. Bungle, things start to go awry and off kilter and off the rails and God knows what. And this track has got all sorts of little weird interludes and crossfades into different things, Japanese rock sections and just weird bits and bobs coming in and out the mix. It's been a real blast to mix it all together. But he came to me with 50 odd stems for this one track, which is a crazy amount of stems for a track. But because it works so well, it flowed really easily for me. Normally, if someone comes to me with something I've never seen before and it's got 50 stems to it, I'm like, holy shit, it's going to take me a week to just get my head around what's going on in the song. But because the song works so well, because we listen to extreme crazy stuff like that every week anyway, and our ears are tuned into it, I could see exactly what he was going for. I could see the bungle elements and where he wanted to break away and things like that. And yeah, it just came together really, really nicely. So we're going to play that fully in the future. Hopefully he puts a video when that's all been released and everything else, because it sounds like a real crazy album. But let's get into this today. The one-man band who does this and who comes to me on Fiverr wanted me to check out some of his other stuff, who I didn't mix and master for him, because he's really proud of it. It's his other latest stuff as well, and he wants to get a review about it and hear someone talk about it. So we can do that on this channel, absolutely no problem. He's got some lyric videos and animated videos for us as well, which is pretty cool. This one is called Decrepitation of a Warped Stigma. Let's give it a spin. Here we go.
I can change almost anything. But I can't change human nature.
Sick. I really like this guy's music. I like his ideas. I like the way he approaches the music and thinks about making a track. It's not just here's a chuggy riff and then here's another chuggy riff, here's a breakdown, and just kind of slot them together in that way. It's all over the place. It's almost like mathcore brutal death, you know? It's because it breaks away in so many bits, kind of little riff, dun, 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 and then something else. Just all these little bits and bobs going on to catch you off guard, but to break up the rhythm of the track as well. So it's quite disjointed. It's, you know, it's stopping and starting and pausing and all bits and bobs over the place. So it's not just a kind of grooving track where you just sit in the pocket and groove along with a chuggy riff. No, you're all over the place and you have to concentrate. The drums are blasting in your ears all the time. So there's loads of stuff going on in the music, and just for a short 2-minute track, there's loads of ideas going on in the music, and I really like that. And he's gone even further with it on this latest record. As I say, when you make it music like this, and then you start listening to Mr. Bungle on top, you know, things just start getting even more crazy. Now we've got another one to check out. This one's even shorter at 1:29. This is Serrated Caress. It came out 3 months ago. Let's give it a spin. Killer. Great video for this one as well, and the previous one as well, I will say. But yeah, really like the animated style with just the lyric video. That's all we need on this channel, you know, to get on this channel and give the videos a spin and everything else. Really nice. Again, tons of stuff going on, blazing drums all over the place, absolutely sick, and a ton of pig squeals as well in this one, which sounded dope. He's got a lot of different vocal styles in his throat, but what he gets nicely is a nice raspy gravel, that kind of saliva in your throat bubbling away. And on this latest track I did for him, the very last scream is like a ooh, with a load of gravel and roughness in his throat, and I just had to turn that one up in the mix because it sounded so dope. This is the last one we're going to check out today, 2 minutes 35. This is Altering the Earth, which I believe is an older one. Yeah, from 2020 this one is from. We'll give it a spin though, see what it's all about. Here we go. Love the drumming.
The souls of the soil and the spread for the survival.
Killer. Yeah, really nice. But you can hear, if you've been listening, you can hear a difference in this kind of music to the newer stuff that we listen to. And this stuff was more along the lines of what I was saying the first track wasn't, in terms of this kind of sat in the pocket a bit more. It was a riff, then a riff, then a riff, then a riff, kind of 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars. Lots of changes on the drums still, which was really, really nice. But in terms of the riffage, it was kind of here's a riff, here's a riff, here's a riff. Whereas what they're doing with the newer stuff is bringing in all these adjacent stuff and just mixing it up, pausing, breaks, stuttering, just short riffs, 2 bar, 4 bar riffs, and then breaking back into the 8. So you just don't know what's going to come next. It's not like you're just sitting in 8 bar pockets of a cool riff. And I really, really like that, because it makes it more extreme, it makes it more interesting, it makes it more just off kilter and out there and weird. And we love that stuff on this channel. That's what we're looking for here. We don't want to just go through the motions on this channel of checking out a band and hearing, yeah, they fit into this genre. And because of that, we know what riffs to expect, what beats to expect, where the changes come and things like that. That stuff's fine for like classic metalcore and old school genres where you want to hear that specific style, but for new music, and especially with one-man bands with tons of ideas and just getting it out there and stuff, we want to hear fresh ideas, new ways to approach music, new ways to approach a song format, so it's not just verse, chorus. And as time's going on, this guy is doing that more and more, which is super great, because his latest stuff is totally out there. It barely goes 8 bars without having some kind of break, not just a break within the riff and a kind of pause or a stutter, but into a totally new genre, into like rock or J-rock or all these different weird things that he's got going on in his music now. So he's really thinking outside the box of what you'd normally expect to hear in brutal death metal or gore grindy kind of death metal. It's really out there. It's really cool. It's Mr. Bungle inspired, which I like. And yeah, it's just different and cool, and that's what we want to hear, as well as being super extreme, super heavy, just nasty music that, if your mom hears you listening to, she's going to wonder what the hell's wrong with you. Very, very sick music. Pleased that we got this guy on the channel finally and got a chance to speak to him, but it will not be the last time you get to hear about this band and the ideas they've got, because the newest stuff that we're working on at the moment is the best stuff by far, and I want it to be on this channel. It's probably going to be on a Monday grind instead of just an exclusive show, because it deserves to be on the Monday grind with all the other crazy bands that we have on there, because it's right up there with the rest of them. Very, very sick, and I'm really pleased to be a part of it. So that's what we got to finish off your week this week, and expect to see this guy on the channel again at some point in the near future with some even more crazier stuff as well. So if you've enjoyed this, it just gets better from here on out. That's it. Hope you have a good weekend, guys. We'll be back for the Monday grind. We've got some good stuff in the queue for that as well. So we'll see you on Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Cheers. Bye.